First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone Woolwell, who teach us truth through the Spirit and power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Peace and salutation to the Akiam Zemodi, pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. There's your brother Quara from Trinidad Camp, coming to you with another lesson to feed the elect at the house of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Now, I'll entitle this lesson, The Most Treacherous Man in This World, Esau, Edom. Right, as the scriptures say, he's the most wicked in all the earth. Right, and his nakedness being revealed. He asks all these nations, who is the most wickedest man, on planet Earth. They will say, the so-called white man, the Caucasian, this pale face. Right? So-called white man, he called the natives, Indians, savages, but who more savage than the so-called white man? Yeah? He's the most violent man on the earth, the most unjust man. And the scripture say in the prayers, right, the Lord deliver we into the hands, unto a unjust king, most wicked, lawless enemies, hateful of the Most High. Right? Everything Bashem Yoshai, is set up in righteousness, them, they're against that. And they so show, the Lord don't deal, with that, to be equal, because good is set against evil. Right? And evil against good. Right? So they are the most, wicked creatures on this planet. Esau, Edom, who are to be destroyed by the hands of the living power, the God of Israel. Right? The scripture say in Isaiah 33, verse 1, he said, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Because when he came to the Americas, and invade, the native land, the native them didn't deal with him as how he dealt with them. They didn't deal with him treacherously as how he deal with them. Right? You come and invade somebody country, you wipe them out with all kind of plagues, all kind of vaccines and smallpox, put them on the trail of tears, put them on the reservation where you could inhabit the land, the fatness of the earth, right? Force your wicked agenda on them, Christianity, democracy. This is wickedness you so-called white people did. But you will call that the native them is savage. That that the black people them more violent than these white people. Look at the history and see who who more violent than the so-called white man. Look at all the history. You won't see any kind of history to say the things where you have done the black man had done. Right? Your cup full to the brim in wickedness and in unjust dealings. Right? Your cup full when it comes to wickedness. Right? You invade people's lands, steal, rob, rape, murder. As the scripture saying in Micah 2 verse 2. And they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. When you came, you didn't deal justly. They say trade, make a just deal, or pay for something, right? How you deal with violence? You kill, right? You shed innocent blood, you know, to gain where you have now, right? And you're gonna vomit out all these things. All way you're looking to gain and looking to snatch and looking to raff up, hey, you're gonna spill it out, right? There's what you do. This is the wickedness, the attributes of the so-called white man, and there's why we know he's the devil the Bible speaks of. Right? Because when you watch the things these Edomites do and you read it in the scriptures, what the scriptures saying, you just see, that he fit that description. That the attributes we're reading, it fit on him. Same thing we're reading about is the same thing Esau Edom does do. So that's what we know through the Spirit. He is the devil the Bible speaks of. Esau Edom, that deceiver. Right? There's Romans 3 verse 15. He said, their feet are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are in their ways. Right? And the way of peace have they not known. Esau is not a peaceful man to deal just. He unjust. Right? And it's destruction and misery in their way. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Right? Everywhere you go, you shed blood. As scripture in Numbers 35, a blood defiled the land. You're not supposed to defile the land when you are. And you defile the land by the blood. Right? As the scripture say, you didn't hate blood, blood shall pursue thee. Right? Your blood gonna spill. That is how the land gonna be cleansed now. Your blood had a spill. You shed blood, your blood had a spill. So it's gonna come back at you. It's gonna come back at you. As the scripture say, wherewith a man sinned by the same he shall be punished. And that is righteous recompense. This is what coming to you, Esau Edom, you Caucasian people. Right? The descendants of Esau. Right? Scripture say in Isaiah Amos 1 verse 11. He said, thus said the Lord, for 3 transgression of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Right? From since back then, from Jacob and Esau times until now, he kept the wrath forever. Watch how he does deal with Jakes today. Watch how he does deal with the children of Israel. Unjust, persecute them, murder them. Right? He hold himself not guilty for all the crimes he do. He repented not. Right? From his robberies, from his theft, from his murders. Right? So when you reading these things, you will see this fitting on the so-called white man, boy. What we reading about? That is what this man does do. This is what these nations of people does do here. Right? And the Lord gonna destroy him. Right? Scripture saying Jeremiah 51, start at verse 35. He said, the violence done to me and to my flesh be upon Babylon. Shall the inhabitant of Zion say, and my blood upon the inhabitants of the Chaldees shall Jerusalem say. All the blood that's spilled in America. As scripture say in Habakkuk 2:12. Right? We'll get that quick. Habakkuk 2 verse 12. Right? He say, woe to him that buildeth a tongue with blood and establish a city by iniquity. Right? For all the blood you spill. Right? All the blood you spill. It's gonna be upon you. Right? The cry of the saint, you know, it reach unto heaven. Your wickedness has reached unto heaven. Right? The prayers of the saint, they reach unto the Most High. And the Most High has heard our cry. Right? And He gonna send the destroyer to destroy you. Right? And your race of people. Right? So you say back in Jeremiah 51:35, you say, the violence done to me and to my flesh be upon Babylon, shall the inhabitants of Zion see, and my blood upon the inhabitants of the Chaldeans shall Jerusalem see. You know, America, they the border of wickedness. Right? These Proverbs 28:17. He say, a man that doeth violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit. The man that doeth violence to the blood of any person, you shed blood, your blood going to be shed. Right? The scriptures say that. Scripture says so in I think it's Ezekiel 35:6. He said, therefore, as I live, said the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Said, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. He said, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. Right? So the Lord, He's gonna destroy you, Edomites. He's gonna destroy all you bloodshedders that shed the blood of the saints. you all gonna have it hard. As the scripture says in Deuteronomy 30, all these curses shall come upon our enemies. You know, reward her as she had rewarded you, and double unto her. Days were coming. You know, hell coming to all you descendants of Esau. Thus said Yahweh Shem Yoshai. You know, and with that, you know, hope it was edifying. You know, I like to give all praises and glory unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Basham Yoshai, Basham Akakadash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone Hoolwell. You know, and peace and salutation to the Akim Zemaudu, pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. This is Brother Quara saying, Shalom.